Let's take a look at stories making international headlines now, with 500 days until the United States goes to the polls to either re-elect or oust incumbent Donald Trump. The first of several Democratic primary debates kicks off in Miami, Florida.
It's already the largest presidential field in U.S. history, with so many Democratic candidates that the opening debates will happen over 2 nights.
Of the 25 Democrats running for the White House, only 20 have qualified for the first round of NBC-hosted debates, split over primetime slots on Wednesday and Thursday. It will be the first time candidates, some more well-known than others, will have a national platform to stand out from among the crowd. This journalist and analyst covers presidential politics in the United States.
Everybody thinks that this large Democratic field is going to stay large forever, and that Democrats are inherently in a very dangerous scenario where they're all going to be fighting with each other, and that's going to create a huge opening for the president to paint the opposition as divided. It looks that way now. 24 candidates is a lot. 2 debates, spreading them out across 2 nights, 10 people on the stage both nights. It is a little overwhelming, but fields narrow down.
Among the early frontrunners is former President Barack Obama's Vice President Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, who lost the nomination after a tight race against Hillary Clinton in 2016.
Who does this government work for?
Progressive Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren, former California Attorney General and United States Senator Kamala Harris, and Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg, who has rocketed up the polls, with 20 others vying to trade places with them.
Then we start to go down into a second tier, and those are the people who really we should watch in this first debate. Does Cory Booker, the former mayor of Newark, New Jersey, just outside of New York, can he break through? Can Beto O'Rourke from Texas fight to stay in the conversation or not?
With 17 months until Election Day, staying in the conversation will be key. Elections mean big bucks in the United States, and lots of it, with the 2016 presidential election costing $2.5 billion alone. Add in all the congressional races, and that figure jumps to $6.5 billion.
What's going to be different this time around, or at least many Democrats who are still trying to understand how they possibly lost in 2016 will want in their nominee, is someone who's comfortable going on the air, battling against Trump whenever Trump sets the terms of the debate. This is a guy who, he'll tweet late into the evening and change the conversation. He'll wake up first thing in the morning and throw all of us journalists on a wild goose chase to track down the next big story.
We will make America great again.
While the incumbency of President Trump, as history shows us, is likely to play to his advantage.
It looked like Donald Trump didn't have the support of a lot of the members of his own party. He's controversial, and for a while people distanced themselves from him. Now I think his incumbency advantage is starting to become apparent again, no matter where he goes. Florida, the senators there, like Marco Rubio, who used to stay away from Trump, are now happily getting on stage with him at his rallies. I'd say Trump is finding the incumbency advantage once again. He can go to almost any state in the country, and I couldn't really tell you very many of them where the lead Republicans in that state aren't going to stand by him on the stage. That really helps in a general election.
Early days yet, and a lot of back and forth in the weeks and months ahead. The political pundits are calling this the most diverse Democratic field in presidential history, and includes 3 black candidates, 6 women, and a Latino, among them centrists and progressives who are fighting not only for the direction this party will take on issues like climate change, healthcare, student debt, and jobs of the future, but also want to set themselves apart as the candidate most likely to defeat Donald Trump in 2020. Sherman Brycepeace, SABC News, New York.